What's up? So today is going to be my 18-week pregnancy update, which is crazy. I'm actually not turning 18 weeks until tomorrow, but I wanted to film this early, a little early, so I can get it up tomorrow. So I'm also going to be covering weeks 15 through 18. Yeah, and a lot has changed, and let's just get into it, okay? I'm out of breath, but I have all of my stuff in my phone here this time, so I won't forget things. So let's start with my symptoms for the past 3 weeks. I do want to say I feel so much better, which I have been waiting so long for this, but I do have a lot of symptoms still that are very prominent and definitely affect my everyday life. So my first symptom I've been having is very new, and that is Braxton Hicks contractions. I've only had a couple of these so far. Usually you don't get them until around 20 weeks, I believe, but I've gotten a couple early because I got some while I was 17 weeks. But like I said, I've only had a couple, but they kind of freaked me out. Like, my stomach got really hard and it hurt, and I was like, what is this feeling? It was freaking me out. I guess that's normal. My mom told me that's Braxton Hicks contractions, and I was thinking it was too early to be having them, but then I looked it up and I guess you can have them earlier. So I guess that's what has been happening to me. It's just kind of an uncomfortable feeling. Nothing too crazy, and it doesn't last more than a few seconds. Next, this symptom has been horrible, which is headaches. I wake up almost every day with a headache, and it will linger on and off throughout the day. I feel like I can never get rid of them. I can take Tylenol, but it really doesn't do anything for me. Just trying to deal with those headaches, and they are intense, okay? I started waking up early in the morning again. Like, remember in the beginning when I told you guys I would wake up at like 4 in the morning and stay up for like a couple hours? Well, I started doing that again in the past 2 weeks. I kept waking up at like 4 or 5, and I would stay awake for like 2 hours, and then I would go back to sleep. But I would be totally restless for like 2 hours, which is just so weird. I don't know. I guess my body's like preparing me to like wake up with the baby or something. I really don't know what's happening, but it's weird every time. I've been having round ligament pain, which I've had a lot in the past. I've been having it since like, I don't even remember when, but a long time. I started getting hot flashes, which are so annoying, and I hate it so much. The first one I had was when I was on vacation in Washington. I went out to lunch with my grandparents and my mom and sister, and we were just sitting there eating and talking, and all of a sudden, like, my face felt like it was on fire, and my chest got really hot, and I was like almost felt panicky because I felt so hot, and I actually thought I was gonna like throw up on the table. And it was really bad, but it went away after a few minutes. I just like took my sweater off and like fanned myself for a while, and it went away. And then ever since then, I've been having ones not as bad as that one, but just randomly I'll get really hot, and it like gives me anxiety because I don't know, it's like really, it's not a good feeling, I guess. I've been having tons of bad dreams all the time, pretty much every night. I like worry about going to sleep sometimes because I never know what dreams are going to be in store for me, and they're very vivid, they're very realistic, and I can't wait for that to be over, to be honest. My anxiety has continued. My heart will just randomly be racing, like I talked about in the last video, and I'm just anxious all the time and overthinking things. I've been very paranoid on top of that. I don't know if I talked about that in my last video, but I'm super paranoid about everything all the time, which, I mean, from now on I'm gonna be a mom, so I'm pretty sure that's not gonna go away. I'm gonna stay paranoid, but yeah, that is definitely something that has changed. I've still been having slight nausea and morning sickness, not anywhere near what it was, which I am so thankful for. I really was like scared to death. I was gonna be one of those people that's like sick the whole time. If that's you, I seriously feel for you, because that was awful feeling that way for so long. It feels like you have the stomach flu for months, and it's draining and awful, and I'm just so glad it's not as bad. I hardly ever throw up. Every once in a while I will, if it gets a little too bad, but it's rare. I used to be throwing up multiple times a day, and now I can go days without throwing up even once, so that is good in my book, okay? I've been having diarrhea again. I think I talked about how I was having diarrhea in the beginning, and I've been having it again. It's really annoying. I go on and off from being constipated and having diarrhea, which is really TMI, but like I want to be real with like what pregnancy is really like for me, so that is a thing. I remember like while I was at my dad's, while I was in Washington, I was having dinner with them, and I seriously got really sick, and I was just like in the bathroom for like 10 years. I have been breaking out on and off, still not as bad as I was, but I still do break out a lot around my mouth and some on my forehead, but mainly my skin on my face has been very, very dry and flaky, and I'm constantly trying to moisturize it, and it just, my skin's not having it. Along with that, my hair is still pretty dry, but it is growing. So if you can see like my grow out where I just got my hair done recently. I've been having really itchy skin on my tummy, mainly my tummy. It gets very itchy, and I don't scratch it because I don't want to cause stretch marks, because if you scratch, that can cause the skin to break, which causes stretch marks. And so I just kind of rub my belly a lot. Like, I've already done it during this video. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been like rubbing my belly a couple times. It just gets really itchy, and I hate it. And also my nipples get super itchy. They're just like changing a lot, so I feel like that has a lot to do with it, and they're just really sensitive and so itchy. It's annoying. I've still been having blood in my nose like I talked about. That also isn't as much, but some days it will be a lot where I will keep going to blow my nose, because I have had a runny nose and like excess mucus in my nose. Ew, that is disgusting. That is such a gross description. I don't know why I said that, but you know what I mean. Some extra boogers and stuff. I'm always blowing my nose, and like some days I do have a lot of blood in there still, but yeah, it's not as bad. It's not every day like it was. And then I have been peeing like crazy, way more than I was in the beginning. I thought I was peeing a lot in the beginning. Now it's like my body just makes urine. I will like go pee, and a few minutes later I will have not even drank anything, and all of a sudden it's like my bladder feels really full again. But then when I go, there's really not a lot of pee. It just feels like there is. Like my bladder just feels so full all the time, and it's really uncomfortable. I will wake up in the middle of the night and have to pee really bad, to the point where it hurts. Like my whole stomach will be like in pain because I have to pee so bad. And then anytime I drink anything, I know that immediately after, within a few minutes, I'm gonna feel like I have to pee really bad. It is kind of inconvenient because I'm always having to go to the bathroom. When I go places, I'm like, I have to pee, I like can't hold it, and I'm just always trying to find a freaking bathroom. And of course, I've still been out of breath, and I've been kind of low on energy. Not too much. Like, I still like to get up and be productive, but I do feel very drained after I've done a lot of stuff, especially when I was visiting home, going out, seeing my friends, hanging out with my family, doing a lot of activities. I definitely felt so exhausted and drained afterwards, and I had to take naps a couple times, and I would go to bed pretty early. But I think that is all for my symptoms. And then let's get into cravings. So for cravings, I haven't craved anything specific at all. I just really love hot sauce on everything. Like, I don't know, I just add hot sauce to everything I'm eating, and it's great. I really like it. And then for food aversions, pizza. Pizza never really sounded too good in the beginning of my pregnancy as it is. I ate it a couple times and I would puke just because I was constantly puking. But then when I started feeling better, I thought a couple times, let me just try to eat some pizza because pizza is life, right? But every single time I eat it, I puke. So I remember there was one time when I first started feeling better, I ate pizza and I threw up like 3 times after. And then before I left to go to Washington the night before, I ate pizza thinking, you know what, I really want pizza, I'm gonna eat it and it'll be fine. It wasn't fine, okay? I threw up all night. So I'm no longer going with pizza sounds good. It's just not gonna happen. I don't think I'm gonna eat pizza for the rest of this pregnancy probably because now I'm scared. And another aversion is I'm still cannot stand cake. The word cake, thinking about cake, my mouth will water and not in a good way. Like I'm gonna throw up. I don't like desserts still. I just don't have a sweet tooth really. My dad had some Krispy Kreme donuts a few days ago and I thought I might want it, so I took like maybe 3 bites and I was like getting disgusted, so I gave it to him. The only sweet I still like is like coffee ice cream. I feel like that's actually, I should have added that to the cravings. I crave coffee ice cream a lot for sure. Every once in a while I'll have little something that's kind of sweet, like maybe some candy or something like that, but like chocolate and stuff, I don't know. Stuff like that doesn't sound good at all. And then now for just updates. We did find out the gender. If you guys have not seen our gender reveal, I will put it at the end of the video for you guys to click on. It's really cute, but what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, also for symptoms, that pregnancy brain, okay? And I had someone commenting being like, you can't blame everything on pregnancy, but it's like, that's a real thing. Like, do some research. And I have it bad. Anyways, we are having a little girl and I am so excited. So is Alex. We are freaking excited. I don't even know what else to say about it. The whole time we had a feeling it was a girl, but to have it confirmed is really awesome. I am going in for an ultrasound. I need to call and schedule that right after this video actually. So very soon. I'm gonna be 18 weeks still when I go. And I will have them confirm for sure that it's a girl because we did do the gender ultrasound at 15 weeks. So I just want to make sure, you know, even though the other lady said she was positive that it was a girl. And then also I'm able to drink water again, which is so nice. I missed being able to drink lots of water without throwing up or wanting to throw up just from the taste of water or thinking about water. So it is really nice to be able to enjoy water again because water has always been one of my favorite things to drink. And the last update is really exciting. So I can feel her move now. And I started feeling little weird feelings at about, I want to say like 15 weeks. But I really didn't know for sure if it was her. I was like thinking maybe that's like gas or something. I felt definitely some little bubbly feelings. But now I totally know it's her. I feel her all the time and it's getting a lot stronger. And also sometimes if I'm like doing something like rubbing my belly or when I lay down, she moves a lot when I lay down. So it's really cool. Every time she moves, I get so excited. It's like such a cool feeling. And I still am not used to it every single time she moves, which is a lot. I feel her multiple times a day. I still just get so excited and I always out loud I'm like, oh my gosh, she's moving. But yeah, I can't wait till it gets even stronger so that Alex can feel it and stuff because I can tell he really wants to feel it. He already tried to feel it today, but it is too early. So I think that is all. I will show you guys my belly and you guys are gonna freak because it looks so much bigger now. It has grown a lot in the past like 2 weeks. So I'm gonna show you guys my belly, and yeah. This is my belly with a shirt on. And then from the front. And then this is with my shirt up. It's gotten so much rounder, and it's starting to get bigger up here. It used to be like a little bump just down here, but now it's really growing up here, and it's really rounding out. But it's so cool. I'm like excited that you're starting to be able to tell I'm actually pregnant and didn't just eat a fat Chipotle burrito. That is the belly right now. I've posted pictures of B. That's what we're calling her on social media right now because we're not announcing her name right now, but it starts with a B, so we are calling her B. And so yeah, I've posted pictures of her from our 4D ultrasound when we found out the gender, excuse me, and those are on my Instagram. And I also, oh my gosh, okay. And I also post belly shots, and I plan on posting lots more, especially now that it's growing. I'm like obsessed with like looking at it in the mirror and like touching it. It's like so cool. But anyways, so if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I will have that on my end card. And that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys in my next video.